Management thinking process. A management thinking process is a different thinking process managers use before doing something in an organization. Management thinking process is a logical and a systematic way managers think to solve problems and make decisions. It involves collecting information, analyzing it, planning action, and evaluating results. Thinking process. There are 5 thinking process: programmatic process, analytical process, idealistic process, realistic process, and synthetic thinking process. Programmatic process. The programmatic thinking process believes in doing today what is only possible, mission and strong graphs of reality, accomplishing what can be done with what is available. The programmatic thinking process is a set missions to accomplish what can be accomplished. Analytical process. The analytical thinking process believes that there is always one best way of doing things. Decides what the problem of organizations really is. Finds the best course of actions. Then carefully search for a right solutions. It remains fixed in mind until he or she finds something better what he committed of through righteous proof. In the analytical thinking process, they conduct their missions based on observations, experiments to find the righteous proof how something will be done. They determine the alternative course of actions, they evaluate them, and they select the promising one what you believe necessary to achieve a desired objectives or goals. Idealistic process. The idealistic thinking process imagine the best possible way things should be done, even if it is hard to achieve in reality. How things will be rather than how they are. Honestly of purpose, set goals that reflect the ideal vision, sometimes overlooking practical limitations. The idealistic thinking process, they imagine how something will be instead of how they are. They ask questions like, what is the cause of something? What is the effect? So they imagine a new way how something will mean to be rather than how they are. For examples, a manager wants to create a zero conflict workplace with 100% job satisfaction and a perfect teamwork, even though this is impossible all the time. A realistic process. Focus on what can be done given current resource and constraints. Focus on real-world solutions. What is practically feasible? The realistic thinking process focus on the nature and the meaning of everyday, the real-world solutions. They ask questions like how something it is, how it can be done, how do we work. Synthetic process. Synthetic thinking process. This involves the combination of different ideas, setup, suggestions, realistic, data analysis, analytical, industry best practice, ideal standards. So the synthetic thinking process, they combine the different type of thinking approach and imagine the best possible way or select the best idea which believe necessary that it should solve a particular